Hello and welcome to floss tube number 43 of Stitching with My Kitties. I'm Patty Penn and I'm so glad that you're joining me today. Hope you'll grab your stitching and something to drink and spend a little time looking at all of the things that I have to show today. Today is Sunday, 7 December 2025. It's Pearl Harbor Day, when the Japanese bombed Pearl Harbor on December the 7th, 1941. And I hope you'll take just a moment and contemplate all of those who lost their lives on that day and the preceding years thereafter. Damon and I finished decorating the house yesterday. He decorated the live tree. I had already decorated what we call the White House ornament tree. It's all of my collection of White House ornaments, as well as some sentimental or Americana type decorations. And Damon did a great job on the front of the house again. He puts up the icicle lights along the, the roof line, and garland along the porch. We have a large wraparound front porch, and Christmas stockings, huge Christmas stockings, and huge Christmas tree balls hanging from the ceiling. It's just magical, especially at night. Friday, we had to take the 3 kitties to the vet for their annual exam. Damon had gotten out the Sherpa bags the day before and put them in the mudroom on top of the washer and dryer. And we were supposed to be at the vet's at 11:30. So I was teleworking. I came down a few minutes before 11, and Damon had gone into the mudroom and unzipped the Sherpa bags. Daisy May heard him and got under the Christmas tree. So I sat down and just pretended like I was just, there to do whatever, and she came and got up on the ottoman. I stood up and to pick her up and put her in the kennel, the Sherpa bag, and she ran. She ran all the way up to the 3rd floor and got under my sewing table. I finally got her out and got her in her bag. Well, the boys had since run upstairs, and we have 2 chairs in the sitting room in the master suite. Duke was under one chair, Dallas was under the other. We tried everything to get them out. Damon finally picked up one of the chairs to turn it on its side, and the one that Dallas was under, and Dallas ran under the bed. We have a king-size bed, and he was smack dab in the middle underneath the bed. Well, then Duke did the same thing. Well, we were trying our best to get him out, and we had closed the closet doors, and we had closed the doors to the master suite, left the doors into the master bath open because there wasn't anything for them to get under in the bathroom. Still couldn't get them out. Damon finally went and got the broom, and Dallas, I was able to scooch him out. Well, he ran into the bathroom. I ran and closed both of the bathroom doors, and he got in the bathtub, and I was able to get him. So I put him in the kennel, and then Damon finally got Duke. So we were about 10 minutes late getting to the vet, but that's okay. Daisy May has gained just a couple ounces. She's doing good. No tartar on her teeth. The vet's really happy. She said for 4-year-old kitties, that's fabulous. Dallas actually lost just a little bit. But Duke, yes, the problem child, gained 3 pounds in the past year. Well, I told him he was a fat boy. I was thinking he was probably 16 pounds because he's kind of bulgy on the middle. 17 pounds. She wants him to lose 3 pounds. So we're still debating how we're going to control the eating, because right now we free feed Crunchies and they each get not quite an ounce of canned food each every evening. And you know, I've been saying for some time, Dallas sometimes will eat it, sometimes he looks at me and turns and walks away. Well, Daisy May goes and cleans up everybody else's. But anyway, so the lady that we got them from, that we adopted or rehomed them from, never had them chipped. And that's kind of been in the back of my mind. I mean, they are strictly indoor cats, but yeah, you know, a lot of the feeders that that are automatic feeders where it'll open up and the cats can eat are triggered by the chip. But the needle is really big that they put the chip in for. And normally when they spay or neuter them while they're under, that's when they chip them. And I'm just a little worried that that's really going to hurt the kitties. So, but the other alternative is a collar, and I'm definitely against having collars on cats in the house. I mean, they climb and they get everywhere, and I'm not comfortable with that. So Damon and I are trying to decide what to do, how to handle that. But because we don't want to develop diabetes, and that's a big potential, according to the vet, if he doesn't lose some weight. Monday through Wednesday last week, I was sick. I started feeling bad a week ago Saturday. Sunday, I didn't feel much better. Was still able to get a lot of stuff done around the house. Monday, I was just out of it. So I called my primary care physician. I went to see him at 2:30 on Monday afternoon. He put me on an antibiotic, and it called me on Thursday and said that it was a bacterial sinus infection and that it's kind of hard to treat, but that the antibiotic I was on was a good choice for that particular bacterium. And so, excuse me, so I'm still on antibiotics. Well, this is my second course, because I had, he put me on antibiotics a few weeks prior to that. And this is about a 10-day regimen. So hopefully this is gonna clear it up, because I just really did not feel well at all. Let's see, I went to the Jingle Ball, and I hope to log back in this afternoon and go back to one of the stitching lounges where I met Mandy and I forget the other lady's name, and then Marcy from Amnicon Studios. She joined us, and so we had a great chat. So I'm hoping that I can text Niecy Lynn and Marcy and get on that same in that same stitching room. It was the Ugly Sweater Runway, I think is the name of it. So that we can all just sit and chat for a little while and stitch. I did take 4 classes. I am so excited. I had 3 yesterday and 1 today. My 1 today was from Hello from Liz Matthews, and it was her snow globe class. I am amazed. It is such a neat idea. I don't like to stitch on perforated paper. I don't like the stick and stab. I like to sew in hand using the sewing method. And she has figured out a way to let you stitch on either linen, Aida, even weave, whatever you want to stitch on, and stiffen it up so that you can cut around it just like you do perforated paper. And I can't wait to stitch mine and do it. It was just, she had so many good pointers. It was an excellent class. If she ever offers it again, I highly recommend it. And I didn't bring the project bag down with the different stitch motifs that you could do, because the concept is you have a foreground, a midground, and a background. So you stitch 3 or 4 different little motifs and put them in like a ball jar or a canning jar. And it was, so I could tell she spent a lot of time developing this technique. So way to go, Liz. Thank you very much. I took Annie B's pair finishing class. That was yesterday. I think that was the first class I did, or the second. It doesn't matter. And now she showed everything about how to finish them, recommended things to use for stuffing, what she liked, what she didn't like. So I'm ready to stitch all the pairs. I think Niecy Lynn and I both have all of her pair patterns, because we bought the first, I think they were the Anjou pairs. We both bought them at StitchCon in 24. So I'm ready to work on some pairs. And I had not looked, I just downloaded the pattern and printed off the finishing instructions. I had not looked at the actual pattern. And let me see if I can find it real quick, because what is in there, and I can't show you because there's not a picture of it, but there is a rocking horse that she also included in the pattern, and it is so cute. So here's the patterns, and she showed different specialty stitches, feather stitch, and herringbone, and she was great demonstrating those. So I'm really looking forward to doing some pairs now, and I can do them now that she, walked us through how to do that. I took the Primrose Cottage mesh bag, Mary Stitchmas. Those ladies are just fantastic. Niecy Lynn and I met Nettie and Stitch West this fall in Salt Lake City, and she's just the sweetest person, and Lindsay did a great job. The other 2 sisters were in the background. They all had on matching outfits. It was so cute. And even though I've made a number of mesh bags, I picked up a couple of pointers that were really good. So again, would highly recommend any of those classes. I mean, just good instructors. And then Stacy Nash was my final class last night, and she, in her shop, has a Jingle Ball exclusive, an additional Christmas cracker, and it is Sugar. And Sugar is a skunk. And let me see if I can find Sugar. Here she is. Is that adorable? Look at that. Look at that sweater. Isn't that cute? I mean, Stacy Nash really is an amazing designer. The things that she comes up with, just too cute. So I'll show you the rest of my Jingle Ball stuff shortly. I wanted to show you my book of days for December. First off, see those little, those are Daisy Mae teeth marks. So here's my December calendar. Lots of stickers already. And next Saturday is our holiday open house that we have every year. Well, we didn't do it last year because I was in the hospital. I had those surgeries. We're expecting about 65 people. Yeah. So, and then this year, you may remember, I'm going to do My Crazy Life by Lori instead of the Book of Days. I thought I would try this year. I really like it because, number one, it's spiral bound. And I know a lot of people will take their Book of Days and get it spiral bound at one of the office stores, Home Depot, oh my goodness, Office Depot or Staples. So I went ahead today and started stickering my January. And now the one thing that I'm gonna have to get used to, the week starts on Monday, not Sunday. So that's gonna take a little bit of getting used to for me. But I like it because I've got 2 sales that will be still going on in January, and that's Freak for the Beak, and that's with Kristi, Salty Stitcher Designs. Hi, Kristi. And Niecy Lynn and I are hosting that sale on Instagram, and it's just Freak for the Beak sale. And then 13 for the 250th sale, that's put on by Nancy and Nancy. But the other thing that I started putting in here is my subscriptions that I get. Now let me see if I can find that. Where did it go? There's a couple of new things here. I'm sorry that I'm taking, okay, here we go. Subscriptions and clubs. So right now I'm in, I forgot to put my Jabco quarterly, the specialty button. So, but I'm in the Atomic Ranch 40 count linen from Needlecraft Corner. That's monthly, and I get a half a yard. And 1 month is neutral, 1 month is colorful, back and forth. I'm in Mystic Fabrics 46 count. I get both the neutral and the colorful. That's a monthly subscription. And then Flamingo Toes Needle Minder, and I've got that to show. Now, I couldn't find anything that Pine Needles is doing for next year yet on the monthly subscription, like we had the, what was it called, the Sweet Stitches, or I can't remember, but it's the one that has the Chantel's little box, and you put your monthly stitching on the back, and they send you all of the little doodads to put in the little box. I want to do that. I would like to get one of those stitched every month. So I really need to start working on January now, but I'm trying to finish up Salute to Abigail, and I want to do the Annie B's pairs. So, and then it also has retreat pages. So I've got 4 scheduled right now between now and the middle of June. I only put the first one in, and this is the Royal Retreat with Sampler Guild of the Rockies. Niecy Lynn, Dottie, Stitch and Scotty, hey Dottie, and I are all meeting up in Colorado Springs. I keep thinking it's called Colorado City for some reason. But, and we're staying at the retreat is at the Antlers, and I don't know anything about the hotel, but I'm sure it's going to be fabulous. So that's going to be fun, and so I wanted to share that with you. Now, got rid of all my stamping stuff and a lot of my scrapbooking. So I still have all of my, what is that called? It's where they have the divided pages, and you put the little, either pictures, or Daisy May just jumped on the table, sorry, or the cards, the journaling cards and things. I forget what that's called. Project. It doesn't matter. I still have all of those, but I may get rid of those too. I have lots of room now in my crafting room versus my sewing room. My crafting room, I've got a lot of stuff out of there, cleaned up, able to put things in the cabinets now that had been just, you know, piled up everywhere. So I'm really happy with that. And I'm really getting organized with that stuff. So that makes me happy. I got some Happy Mail. As you may recall, well, where did I put it? Oh, it's underneath here. As you may recall, Levi, Stitch Happens, Levi, he and I exchanged project keepers. So this is I made him one and me one, just alike. And this is my project keeper. So there's the, I had shown you the pattern before, the Annie B's pears, and then here's my ginger. Now, I'm gonna do the pears on this red here. Let me take that out. It's Fox and Rabbit, Warata? I don't know what that word is. But anyway, this is the fabric. And I love it. And I think it'll be really, looks pretty close. So that's what I'm gonna stitch my pears on. And I even made a little matching thread bed. And a matching orc tray to go with this. And I sent all of that to, made a set for Levi also. And Levi, I think we ought to make this an annual thing. I think that would be fun. Let me know what you think. And then when I was putting away some fabric, I thought I might use that Fox and Rabbit for ginger also, but then I found this Joy Lynn by Atomic Ranch. Now it's much darker than ginger. It is much darker, but I love this color. So I'm gonna have to do a floss toss and see. But that might work. So that's kind of what I'm thinking right now. And that is 36 count. I would have preferred 40, but you know, 36, 40, it doesn't really make that big a difference, I don't think. So these are, this is the project keeper that I sent to Levi. And then, this is what he sent me. Is he cute? Good old Santa. Oh my gosh. And then inside, and I put my little zipper pull. It's a dog bone with just little Christmas things in it. A thread bed here. Stick your needles here. And I put, this is, I don't remember if I've shown this or not. This is from Twin Peak Primitives. And it was, I think this is, I got the complete kit, and it is from TPP America. You know, that's their new, because Olivia, who I think she's Kristi, finally a farm girl. I think Olivia's her daughter. But so I thought that would be perfect to put in this little project keeper. So that is my plans for that. So let me give you one more peek. Here's Santa. And I got this sweet little card and chocolate advent calendar. And Levi sent it in a plastic mailer. And he had decorated the outside with magic markers and things because he didn't have a Christmas mailer, so he wanted it to look Christmassy. I wish I would have saved it to show you. It was so funny. It was so funny. Then I also got some bittersweet happy mail. You know, Niecy Lynn and I lost our friend Ann Seeley a couple of weeks before Stitch West in October. And her husband, Rich, reached out to me and said that he would like to send me a couple of Ann's quilts. And I was so touched. I just could not, words just did not, are inadequate. So I got 2 quilts. I got this one. Let me scoot back. Hey, pretty girl. Look at that vibrant color. You know how much I love color. And this is called Night Crystals. Night Crystals. And Anne made this back in 1996. Look at those beautiful colors. And it is hand quilted. And here's the back. It's such a happy quilt. I just love it. And then Rich sent me this one. Now let me make sure I got it going right. You know I love cardinals. This one is machine quilted. And here's the back. And I love the back because it's all different fabrics pieced together to make the back. And I think it's beautiful. Rich, I cannot tell you how much this means to me. Thank you so much. So that was my bittersweet happy mail, but now I still have some of Ann's memories. So Judy, I haven't emailed you, haven't done anything. I haven't forgotten about you. I hope all is well. I hope you and Ann and Connor and everyone else are ready for the holidays. And I hope you're still ahead in the fantasy football because I think Judy has Patty Mahomes as her quarterback. We were emailing, and Ann and her family wanted to do fantasy football, and they needed a 4th person. And so Judy's letting like ChatGPT pick her players or something, and she's winning. She's ahead. So at least 2 weeks ago she was. So I've got to find out if she's still #1 on the fantasy football. My Kansas City Chiefs play tonight at 8 o'clock. I think kickoff is at 8:20. Daisy May is getting ready to jump across the table, and she's gonna shake everything. Okay, no, she decided to walk. She's still shaking the camera. I apologize. Okay, I've been working on my Salute to Abigail. This is one of my 2 challenge pieces for Sampler Guild of the Rockies this year. It is coming along nicely, but I'm having to frog. I have put this in several times. I can't find the mistake. I've got to frog this out again. I just don't know what I'm doing wrong. But I can't fudge it. It's the border and it has to match up. But isn't this beautiful? I'm stitching it in MPI Silks, and Hollis Hands Creates kitted this up. Now I did have the what is this book called? It's the Blackbird Sweet Land of Liberty. I had the book, so I had the chart already. So I just needed the linen and the flosses. I have a start finish FFO. I was so sick. Like I told you, I didn't go to work Monday through Wednesday. I was able to start a Cat and Cardinal Christmas. That's the sal that Niecy Lynn and I are doing. There's still time to get your chart and stitch along with us. I stitched mine on 46 count unknown dyer that's Zweigart based. Yes, this is my Duke, only my Duke is fat. But isn't that cute? This is Happiness is Heart Made. Hi, Kristi. Can't wait to see you after Christmas. And I was able to find a cardinal pin. This is one from Putini, and just 2 little red pins that I stuck in there. And then here's the back. I did the Lori Holt method and just put 2025. Let's see. Can you see that? No, you can't see that. Let's see. What's going on here? What happened? I can't get this thing turned around. Anyway, it has 2025 charm and a few little buttons. But I love how adorably small this is. And this is, of course, some Lady Dot chenille trim. I think this is mossy, and I thought it was just perfect. And this will go in my tiered tray in the formal living room. And I have 3 previous finishes that I thought I would share with you. I have this pattern was a free pattern, but I don't remember who it's from. And I stitched it on, I think it's called Noel. It's a fabric flare. It's 36 count, and I don't remember the color red that I used. It is an overdyed. And that's all that's all I remember about it. But I love it. I think it is so pretty. And so that's on my wall for the month of December. And then my Welcome to the North Pole by Primrose Cottage Stitches. And I do have all of the buttons. I'm sorry for the glare. And this is museum glass, but it's still got some glare to it. So, but I think this turned out so cute. And then my last piece is by Stitching with the Housewives. And this is several years old. It's one of the things I did when I first got back into stitching. And I don't remember the name of it. It is the Call for Flosses, and those are Classic Color Works, I'm sure. The board is from Hobby Lobby. I can show you the back. I don't know if they still have them. Like I said, I finished this a couple of years ago, but I think it turned out really cute. I like it. I like it a lot. So I'll put those back up on the wall. Then I did get a few things from the Jingle Ball. The first ones are free patterns that you could get in each of the shops in the shopping hall on the Jingle Ball. This is Hello from Liz Matthews. And I think this has been out a little while. I'm pretty sure I've seen that before. Then this is Winter Celebration, small. I think that would make a really cute pillow, again, with a cardinal pin in it. And I don't have a kitty pin, but I did find one at just another button company today, so I think I'm going to get that. And then we've got Merry Christmas 2020. That was in Liz's shop. Then from Stacy Nash, House of Gingerbread Pocket. I think that's really pretty. And Robin Pickens, Noel. And Primrose Cottage, Snow Angel. And Tiny Modernist, Woodsy Wreath. And then this was an exclusive in Kathy Hopperman's shop. I have one of the folk paddles, but this is Christmas folk, and I loved it. I thought it was so pretty. So, and I'm hoping Damon can make me a board of some kind. So I got that. And then from Heartstring Samplery, I saw this before Jingle Ball, and I knew I had to have it. This is Moon Gazer. It's a bunny looking up at the moon. Isn't that cute? I bet I could find some really cute fabric for that. And then also from Heartstring Samplery, Yukon's Christmas List, which I think is just beautiful. I bought a third PDF from Heartstring Samplery, and it's zipped, and I can't unzip it on my computer. So I messaged Beth this morning, and I know she's busy, so it'll be next week, understandably. I'm hoping she can send me an unzipped file. And then from Liz Matthews' shop, I got, again, this is new, and it's exclusive to the Jingle Ball, I believe, Winter Woodland Star and Sampler. So you can do the sampler or do the star. And you know, I have her Quaker Star. I didn't take that class. Now I wish I had, but I think I can figure out the beading because it has little beads all the way around in the seam. So that's pretty. And then I love her trees, and these are quilted mini trees, and this is exclusive to the Jingle Ball. I remember reading that. So I've got to think, these might be really neat on different color fabrics or with some really highly variegated flosses. And then this is back to my regular haul. You know, I'm a Twin Peak Primitives. I'm on their Patreon. So we got Mists of Winter and Deep in the Black Forest. Those deer are just beautiful. And then I'm a member of Sampler Guild of the Rockies, and Samplers and Primitives gave us 2 exclusive patterns. One of them is Santa with poinsettia. And I love this border. I think that's so pretty. And you know I'm gonna love this one. Winter Bunny Ornament Set. Is that precious? Oh. So that is my charts patterns. And you know, a month or so ago, I told you that Dreama had taught me into getting Primitive Hair's 40 count for the Yule hair. So it came in this week. And this is the 40 count. So it's gonna be, I'm gonna finish up the one, I'm gonna give it to Niecy Lynn. She already knows that I'm gonna give it to her. She offered to finish stitching it, and I told her no, because I had miscounted somewhere and she'd never be able to figure out what I did because, well, I might not be able to figure out what I did. And then my Mystic Fabrics came in, I think it was Thursday or Friday. Fabric of the month, this is Affinity. And I think Niecy Lynn gets the neutral. She gets 40 count, I think, 36 or 40, and mine's 46. But this is just gorgeous. She just does such a good job. And I love that gentle modeling. And then, you know, I love this one. Dorothy's Rose. I've got to find something spectacular to stitch on this. It's I think this is the prettiest pink I've ever seen, because this is my shade, this paler pink. And from a new shop, Susan Standley, Standley, Stitch Time, has this new, I don't know if I'm going to be able to show it or not. It's a new mother of pearl with the eagle, the bald eagle, and the crest. And it says, E pluribus unum. And I think it's gorgeous. I mean, wow. So she also has a finishing kit if you wanted to make it into a pincushion. So there's her email. I'll leave this up for just a moment so that you can take a screenshot or jot it down real quick. I'll also try to remember, I don't know how to make websites, hot links, but I'll put her email, her website in the show notes, and all you have to do is copy it and paste it into a new browser window, and it'll take you right there. But you know how I love mother of pearls in my stitchy boxes, so I may have to make a special 250th patriotic stitchy box specifically for showcasing that. I'm not sure yet. And then my last subscription for the month was my Flamingo Toes Needle Minder of the Month Club. It's a fawn with a Santa's boot and Christmas trees and hearts. Here are the colors. And let me take this out of the bag. I didn't think to take it out of the bag, sorry. Well, let me see if I can do it this way. Yeah, I can. There's the needle minder. Isn't he cute? I love it. And I want to stitch him. I think he'd make the cutest little ornament. So, let me see how big he is. I wonder how big he would be if I stitched him on that 46 count Infinity, or Affinity, I think, yeah, Affinity. He is, well, he's 1.9 by 1.8, and that's 25 count. So he would be really tiny. Might have to step that up to 32 count. But I think he's going to be adorable. So let's see, what else? No one claimed the shares from Floss Tube 41. Remember, I didn't have shares last week. So I do want to do another set of a floss ring and a zipper pull. These are my resins. So if you would like to try to get this share, please use the word purple. And then a second one that I'm offering is more of a traditional. It's got lots of shiny glitter stuff in it. Again, a zipper pull and a floss ring. Use the word traditional. Please be 18 so that you can legally give me your name and address. Please do not use all the words that trigger the bots. And please like and subscribe. I'm really happy that you spent some time with me. Oh, and don't forget, Kristi has her new travel business that she'll be starting well, when she retires from the Coast Guard, which is this spring, late spring, I believe. And I will link that below also. Go and check out Bluebird Thread and Paper, I believe. I'll link her, Stacy. She has some she's a very, very good stitcher. She's dabbling in quilting also. And of course, you know, Salty Stitcher Designs, the Southern Yankee Stitcher, Olivia. Olivia, I can't wait to see you in Greenville in May. Niecy Lynn and I are going. Olivia, Dottie, Stitching Scotty, and I forget who else is doing a retreat centered around their local LNS. So I'll link all the great floss tubes that I watch, and you know, oh, Stitch Happens, you gotta watch Levi. If you want to laugh, you know, you gotta watch Levi and Niecy Lynn if you want to laugh. Until next time, which will be the 21st of December, that'll be floss tube number, what, 44, I guess? I look forward to the next 2 weeks. I hope you have a fabulous 2 weeks, and don't forget to like, subscribe, give me a thumbs up, and leave either traditional or purple comment. Maybe you'll get one of these in the mail. Thanks so much for joining me. Take care. Bye.